What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Boom! Mandy. Crazy movie. Nicolas Cage. This movie kept coming up. People kept talking about it. People, as in podcasters of podcasts that I listen to, whether it be Doug Loves Movies / Filmcast, people kept bringing up this movie Mandy, this crazy movie, and I had tried to watch it multiple times in the past. Finally, was successful and watched it, and it is a crazy movie. Now, I think it's amazing. It not only is it amazing that I think it's amazing that it's rated like 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's just kind of one of those. It's very like out there. It seems like it should just be one of those movies that falls through the cracks and becomes this cult hit. Like it seems like it has all of the makings and feel of this epic cult classic, especially if you are somebody who's partaken any kind of hallucinogens. The closest I've ever done is just high dose edibles, but I've never, no mushrooms, no acid. I can imagine this being an amazing film that people who have done those things could relate to, because the film style specifically is done in this very, like, there's trailing going on. It's very just really dark, warm and cool colors. It's just the tone of this movie, very, slow, very slow first half. Like there's just everything following Nicolas Cage and his girlfriend who live in the Pacific Northwest. Takes place 1983. And she's like an artist, and he, works cutting down trees, deforestation, right? That's the way they monetize deforestation, and he was part of that. And she was an artist, and they're living this kind of, out there lifestyle where they're unplugged from humanity. And they come across halfway through this movie, after extreme slow moments, you finally see there's this collision between these two people, Nicolas Cage and his wife, and this cult that they run into, or his wife runs into specifically, which turns this movie into like the craziest revenge 80s B movie, like the most ultimate 80s B movie. It is taken there. Has all of the 80s just 80s action thriller, like sci-fi kind of elements that you would find, just done to the T, practical effects, a lot of just kind of his he makes this like axe weapon thing that only gets used kind of during his battle things, and doesn't really have necessarily any special abilities, despite being this giant metal axe that has this, almost like a tribal design. Like it's a tattoo that Nicolas Cage had, that he got in the 80s when tribal was kind of just starting, and it's like really edgy, but it was only, like 2 inches on his shoulder. And he's like, I want my weapon to look like that. And they did it. That's what it seems like. But this movie is crazy. Because of the tone, it didn't really get me. Like, I appreciate it. It's swinging hard. I appreciate the fuck out of the swing this movie takes. And like, whether you like it or not, it's not my kind of movie, but I would imagine people that this is which there is a huge audience for, like, that kind of 80s horror. Like this is definite Comic-Con movie festival geek culture kind of personified in a new way. Instead of, regurgitating pop culture from our childhood or whatever, it's kind of this new thing. Directing is amazing. I enjoy Nicolas Cage. This Nicolas Cage gets to go crazy. But overall, it didn't get me. It was a little bit too slow. The things that happen, what they do to his the moment that makes Nicolas Cage turn and turns this into a crazy 80s action, revenge, whatever, like, is insane. Like, it definitely turns it up a few clicks, and with modern technology and better filming, it does look a lot better than what you would necessarily see in an older 80s, actual 80s movie. But it was crazy, man. It was crazy, and eventually I'll watch it again. It's definitely a movie that's difficult to watch if you get distracted at all, because it's so slow. So slow, that first part. And it's like half of the movie. It's like almost an hour before things get going. So it's kind of a tough movie to watch. But I did enjoy it. I appreciate the swing. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Mandy. Movie, finally got to watch it. Glad I did. It's one of those things you almost have to experience. Kind of like First Man. It's an experience, right? I saw that. You can have opinions on it. Have good discussions with people about it, because it'll be divisive, whatever that word is. But that's it for this episode, everybody. Go to my website, inspireddisorder.com. Buy my artwork. Check out all the work that I've done. Sales for the holidays are coming up, so go check out everything. Hopefully, there will be good sales going on this holiday season. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor. Have a great day. Have a great week. Till next time. Peace out.